my sales, and then I'm in a buy now.
Gotcha. Okay, let me see. We have a couple people here. Let me see, who are we missing?
I'm about to hit TP.
About to hit TP. Okay, sweet. So, I'm gonna start the stream shortly. Well, the stream is actually gonna. It's almost on. The recording is happening. You know, I see the gold sell we took, right? Or that sell. Was it a sell that we took? I think it was a sell we took.
Yeah, it was a sell.
I saw it hit TP.
Yeah, gold has been melting. Uh, when since I saw it when I saw it on Friday afternoon.
Yeah, because
So basically,
I see we hit TP, bro.
gold has been melting from.
Oh, no. You know what? I'm gonna start. Let me start the stream and then I'll tell you what's going on. Hold on. Cool. Everybody can see my screen. Yeah, cool. So the gold we took, I think we took here. We took this little cell, right? So that one hit TP. No, we closed out that one early because you see that news thing happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, because our TP was here. So I think it. Oh yeah, and then literally the candle after news, it would have hit TP if people entered again. And then it pushed up. And then I think I marked this out, but we didn't take it. No, I didn't share this. I also didn't take the strat, I just marked it out. What's your thoughts on gold?
Gold, I am just observing gold. I'm not looking at trading it because it's in a very interesting zone.
Yeah.
Because it's at a level where there's lots of resistance. We need to break out of 2074.628. You know, or are we just gonna tap again, creating a triple top? Adding more liquidity and then coming back down. But for now, gold, I just want to see what it's going to do when it breaks 2074.
I'm with you. Let's see. Keegan's not here. It's fine. All these bros, they'll check that we're missing them. So gold. Let me do some clean analysis on this. Obviously, I haven't done a market breakdown today because of the load shedding. But the analysis should still pretty much match up from last week if everyone still has that.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, but Nas was proper today actually.
Yeah, you did good.
Yeah, yeah, it was proper stuff.
No signal.
Don't worry. Uh, I said something sometime during the week.
No stress, bro. No. We will get there. We'll get there when we launch the thing next month.
Yeah. Not right now, nothing. We just check out what thing he's doing. I'm playing. I'm saying I'm playing. I'm paying close attention to Nasdaq for this week.
Yeah,
Because as I said, I'm going full time back at Nasdaq now.
it's good, bro. It's good. Dude, I want to go back to like full time VIX, eh?
Yeah. You should. You should.
No, like fuck Forex, bro.
You should. I mean, you've been at VIX for the longest time ever, so it makes sense to stick with it. And then, I mean, you have somebody on the Forex side of things, so it evens things out.
Yeah, I don't mind Forex. The news is just a waste of time, honestly.
I mean, yeah.
Look, if you trade news, then it's proper. You know, if you understand news and you trade it, then do
I
it.
mean, the thing with news, right,
Yeah,
is it's spiking. But with that spiking, remember that it does not spike in just any ordinary direction. it follows a sequence where it either must go get some orders,
Yeah.
or it must take out orders. So that's why you can get in literally 2 minutes after the news coming out. Like I think we saw it on gold on the 1 hour where we just had a huge candle go up and then next candle came down.
Yeah.
You understand? So it's a matter of taking people out and then back in and then having an aggressive push after that. You just need to be in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, that's true. I also just want to check. I'm just marking out some demand zones because these are areas that we will take out once we start selling gold. So these will be like TP targets. The thing is, you know what? I don't mind news because the thing is, if news went the way it was supposed to go, everyone would like it, right? But now, when like last week when we sold gold, I think it was Wednesday, news was in our favor. Gold was supposed to melt, but then gold shot to the moon, melted,
Was
and then continued shooting to the moon.
was that CPI?
Yes, it was when I was doing. It was when I was doing that wedding, so I couldn't monitor my trade.
Yeah. So with the CPI news, right? Uh, it was bad for currencies, good for gold and indices, right?
Yeah.
So we know that CPI had a bad outcome. So within that move, obviously anything that's coupled with the US dollar must move according to news release, and then after that, market will do its thing.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, so sometimes it can be in your favor, sometimes it's just gonna stop you out, and then carry on as normal. But also another thing with CPI before CPI, it actually gives you a direction of where it's going.
Yeah, no, that's true. Mr. H also says, I do that as well. After news, I enter and found it suitable. Even the broker gives off quotes, I enter after. Went in after CPI hit for the sell on NAS 100. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, yeah. Also Nas, that's how actually it was fetching an order. It wasn't meant to go up. It was just fetching an order because that's how I normally trade Nas
Mm,
on CPI. So I look for so the time I used to trade it, I used to look for what you call order blocks. Right?
yeah.
Di malabon. Oh, sorry about that. So I used to trade order blocks. So I used to look at, okay, where's the nearest order block,
Mm-mm.
uh, especially in a move. So if I have an aggressive move down, then I know it's gonna leave an order block from either the previous day or the previous session, or yeah, something like that. And then what CPI would do is it would spike into that order block and then come down. So I'd always put an order without a stop loss because it knows that people are going to put these stop losses there.
Of course.
And then when it comes down, it does not hesitate. That's why all the that caught buy on CPI, they made bank, yes, but sometimes what it does is it doesn't move so quick that it leaves you just wondering what happened.
Yeah, it leaves you dumbfounded.
Yeah.
So we have a possible sell on the 1 hour on gold, and then we also have what could be demand turning supply from on the 30 minutes to continue selling it. But I'm going to see what it does when we reach this level. So I can only set, I don't pay for trading views. So I can only set one alert. So I'll set an alert on gold.
But we have a continuation pattern over there.
Yeah, up here.
Yeah, so I I wouldn't say it's wise selling it from there.
No, not from here. I wanted to come back to this area.
No, 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 no. I get that. I get that. It's just that with a continuation pattern, is just that these are a lot of orders already filled there that are running currently in profits.
Yeah.
So we need to take them out and then get rolling again.
Of course. Or we could have, sorry, I'm just checking where this broke. We could have something like this. Also from this, like middle of this area where you could sell it down from.
You see
You get
all
me?
these.
Something
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that. Something like that. But
yeah.
I'm not gonna take it, but those are options for obviously the guys in the stream.
Yeah, because the thing with gold is it moves in every single session, so you can't
Mm-mm.
say, oh, tomorrow at 12 o'clock or 3 o'clock or 10 o'clock, I'll be trading gold. No, you
Yeah,
can't do that.
that's what the people always ask, right?
Yeah. So gold is basically like VIX, if I can say.
Mm.
You know, it's basically
Uh,
like
Mr. H, what do you mean RMR? Like what is RMR?
Yo, Deval,
Who's this?
it's Mr. H.
Mr. H. Bro, why not just talk? Why are you typing? You can just talk as well.
Yeah, sorry about that. I just seen that. By the way, the RMR, so okay, the first R means a rate. So the previous high was rated, yeah? And then the M is for market structure or market shift.
Yeah,
And then the other R is for the retest. And then it goes to direction.
correct.
Understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what do you think about that? Do you think it's um yeah, I almost said profitable, but do you think that I should go into that, have a look, or because I saw
Well,
a TikTok video on bullish and bearish RMRs.
well, look, I think this is something that you're talking about, right? So you got market structure pushing like this.
Yes.
So what happens is market fails to breaks structure, comes back, retests, and then goes in direction.
Yo.
That is exactly what I teach. That's market structure.
See, but that's the other thing. That's why I don't like to watch a lot of videos because everyone has a different name for
terminology.
everything, but at the end of the day, it comes down to the same fucking principle.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So look,
So,
market's gonna fail to break structure. Let's have this quick little one-on-one session. The market's gonna fail to break structure. It's going to actually break structure, and then somewhere inside this impulsive move, you will have a supply or demand zone, and then market's going to come back. It's going to give you the similar, like it's going to give you the same thing on like a 2 minute, right? 1 minute to 2 minutes. It's going to come back into the zone, fail to break structure, and retest a zone in and of itself within this bigger zone, and that is then where you are going to sell it. Stop loss above the major zone, and you continue holding the move, right?
okay. Yeah, but after the retest though, yeah, it happened to me sometimes when the market like it goes for the retest, but then it goes like, but what do you call that? Fake out.
Yeah. So then it does that,
Yeah.
and that is why that is why you always check for that to happen. That's why like when I do a market breakdown, I usually will say like these are possible setups where you can place buy and sell orders, right? Or like limits. But I always say if you can check the market, don't place the limits, rather wait and go watch how it respects those retests. Because then yes, it could be something like this that you get. And then it like continues in its overall trend.
Okay.
That is why it's
Uh,
very important that you get that actual confirmation.
yes. Okay. Awesome, man. Thank you.
Sure thing, bro.
Yeah.
It's
Someone was gonna say something. Yes, brother.
it's just like how people talk about liquidity.
Yeah,
Basically, support and resistance is liquidity.
of course.
So even if you buy from a support, so people are just gonna avoid buying at a support because they say no, there's liquidity there, you're not gonna buy, and people miss trades because of all of these terminologies.
Yeah.
So yeah, internet has really messed up trading. Honestly, I don't wanna lie.
Yeah, and that's why I just tell people like don't like if I see a TikTok video, I just scroll away because people are teaching you the same thing but with different names.
Yeah.
So so I want to show you something. Sorry, this is what I did on US 30 earlier, right? Let me just go back to your city. So that signal that Joe Ash shared, shit signal. Anyways, I closed it. We entered about here, right? So I closed it in like a couple dollars profit, and then I entered again, and then I closed it around this area because I was happy with like the percentage. And look at this, goes to the moon. But now, one thing I noticed today while I was doing this whole screenshot, I'll show you now. I don't know if you BPO. I don't know if you want to backtest it, right? But I think US 30 is pretty much just like trading Fibonacci, bro.
Yeah. Thingy. It's
Because look at this shit. Like right
just
there, 61.8, right? And then if I look at, because I was trying to see why Joe Ash took the sell, so I was like, okay, let's draw fib, and then yet again 61.8 on that, right?
Mhm.
And then I was like, okay, now let me see it this way, you know, 61.8. So my theory is US 30 will pretty much do 61.8, 61.8, 61.8 the whole time until it breaks out in a direction, you know.
Mhm.
That's my theory because that's just like what I'm seeing it do the whole time is.
So if you check a lot of people that trade ICT and they trade indices, they normally trade US 30 and not 100
Mhm.
because it respects the fib levels properly. Because I was watching some ICT videos, just to see a couple of things in the market. And yeah, it's eye opening, but also it's some things are just unnecessary, honestly.
It is. It is.
Because looking at some places, he marks I like. I'm not saying he's a bad trader or anything. He's an excellent trader,
Mm.
but his entries are fib related. You understand?
Like most people's are. Like most people that share signals are. Yeah.
No, that's because they trade his style. So I'm only gonna relate to him because everybody talks about ICT and smart money because he's like the god of it.
Yeah.
You know, the entries are good. I don't wanna lie, the entries are good, but they they can be better.
They can be.
Because he looks for a lot of confirmations before he can actually take a trade.
Yeah.
So when you wait, for example, if you wanted to enter on that fib level for the US 30, we'd have to wait for a close of that 1 hour candle in order for us to take a trade.
Mm.
And then that's gonna give us with a huge ass stop loss.
Yeah, unless you go down to your smaller time frames and you go look for that structure change and retest.
Yeah, but the thing is that he teaches in a way where he sticks to a specific time frame.
I get you.
So being 1 hour 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Yes, you for somebody that has experience on the 15 minutes and the 1 hour, it's going to be simple for them to do it on the 5 minutes and the 3 minutes and the 2 minutes and the 1 minute. But for you as a new trader, it's gonna be hella hectic for you to do it on a smaller time frame.
Of course.
You know.
Aurich is also asking what's the best time frame to trade. You know, I actually want to say one thing I do notice is a lot of people think that when they trade on a smaller time frame, they need to change lot sizes to accommodate for that time frame, and it's not. That's not the case. Look, Aurich, whether you trade on a 1 hour or 1 day or a 1 minute, right? Your lot size is going to be the same. Your risk management should be the same. It should be consistent. What I tend to do is I tend to trade on a higher time frame, so like day or swing trade. So my trades usually around a day, 2, 3 days. But my entries I ideally take on like a 2 minute because it gets me the closest to the initial like change of market structure and market direction before it starts moving that way on a higher time frame. Does
So
if that makes sense?
to answer his question, my take would be on what type of trader are you? Are you looking at long-term trading, short-term trading.
Yeah,
Yeah, so you need to find those your preference.
yeah,
So are you comfortable holding a trade for the whole week? If you are comfortable holding a trade for the whole week, you can enter on a 4 hour, looking that your ideal bias is on a monthly, or you understand. So it all depends on you as a trader, and the flexibility you have towards looking at the charts and trading. If you focus on like two pairs or three pairs, and you test them on a specific time frame and find a time frame where it actually uh does certain things, and you know that it does it constantly, then for long term, you look at that move, you set your limits, and then you're done for the day. You check your markets on Friday when your thingies are done.
yeah. I agree. So, BP, I just want to show you what I'm looking at on US 30 on the 4 hour, right? We had this little failure to break structure here on the high time frame. We broke to the downside and we are pushing back up. So, technical wise, we have this 1 hour within the 4 hour, which matches my criteria. Obviously, a failed to break here, broke to the downside. We just need to get a proper retest. So, this is actually a trade I might take, but it's a good setup to look at in terms of a structure change to maybe come and take out some of the high time frame lows down here. News dependent, obviously.
Yeah.
Okay, let's look at Nas. I'm not gonna really look at Nas. Is just look at this.
No,
It's just ranging.
actually, Naz. Oh, well, you're on a 1 hour. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
ranging. You're on a 1 hour, but I was looking at it. When was it? I think on Saturday, if I'm not mistaken. So if you go monthly, weekly, actually Naz is looking proper. You know,
I
and
see that little. I see. Sorry, I see that little buy move you caught, or and the sell move that you caught because you caught the sell from up here,
yeah,
and
that was lost.
yeah, nice little tap and go, and then I see the little double bottom buy you caught this side
Yeah, I
from this.
had a limit. It tapped in, it went, and my TP is to break those highs over there.
Yeah, these
But
ones
yeah,
fair.
so that's what I'm saying, that I'm still on both the buy and the sell.
Yeah.
So looking at how it pushes up from that level, those highs over there, then it's gonna hit break even, and then I know trade is secure. But if it doesn't, then we'll see.
I'm with you. Trader5236 asking, the screen is very blurry. Is it possible to not share a widescreen? So I am doing this on a widescreen monitor. If it doesn't suit you right now, I am also recording the screen, so I will put the stream up in like the highest resolution that I can, which is like 4K on YouTube afterwards. So if it's unwatchable for you right now, then I would just suggest watch it when it's uploaded. GBP CAD. Do we have any setups on that from last week? No. Although, yeah, we did take a sell, right? But I think we entered a bit early. Actually, I want to check the daily because this was my daily trade. Yeah, that was the daily. I'm just going to check the 4 hour. No, this wasn't the daily trade, was it?
No, wasn't it? What was it?
No, no, no. I do think it was. I think, no, I'll check now. GBP USD,
No, it was euro something.
Euro GBP.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, there we go. That one hit stop loss.
yeah.
Taking out these. Oh, look at it, bro. Selling down from the zone.
Check your euro JPY.
Euro JPY. I,
Uh,
I have no analysis on this. I didn't do it.
yeah, because euro JPY, GBP JPY, and USD JPY are pairs that I'm want to trade uh on a daily basis.
I get you. I get you. Um,
Good.
GBP, sorry, GBP or USD JPY, I believe. We had this in last week's market breakdown, the one that I shared with you today.
Yeah, yeah. I had a position from like a month ago or a couple of weeks back,
Yeah,
which
we had a long term buy that we took from here
yeah.
because there was more zones here, and I know I shared a limit which we tapped into, which pushed up. But then obviously, every week I clear my charts and I do fresh analysis. This one,
Yeah.
this one was tapped. It went down like properly close to the stop loss, and then we eventually got that failure to break retest, and then it shot off. And then I had a one-on-one with Quibus last week, Friday night, sorry. And then I was telling him on Friday night on that recording how it's going to push through, come back, and then we're going to target these highs right here. So we do actually have a nice setup coming up on USD JPY as well to sell down.
Yeah, but overall, JPY pairs are actually amazing. I don't want to lie.
They are. And like, listen, sorry, if you look at this, right, because I was explaining the market structure thing to him, to Quibus as well. It followed this to the T, right? You had this failure to, like, it dropped down, failure to break, and then you could even enter from here, right? The whole time on these lows you could enter, but we had a nice little limit set here, and it's the same here, right? We had this break of structure, it came down, and then it failed to break this, pushed, and then we got a retest, and then that is why I targeted this zone to buy it up from. So if anyone was still obviously holding that buy, they would be booming right now.
Hmm.
Let me
It
quickly.
deserves a barcode.
It does. It's one of those trades. I don't think I had anything on GBP USD. No. This was a supply turn demand. Could have bought from this point. Targeted these highs. Euro GBP. I think we missed a proper sell. That's all right. So we could maybe have it come down to this area right here, and then could catch that buy move to the top side. Because it does appear that it was jumping off of this.
Break and retest.
Yeah, I just want to draw to that wick. Here we go. So we could see a possible buy move from here, and then I just want to see what will I target. I'll target these highs up here to take out. So I'm thinking we can do something like that. Actually, maybe no, it'll be this zone. First target could be that 127. Second target could be. I just want to see. We don't have any zones in here, right? No. So second target can be these highs, like 1 to 17. Could be a nice little barcode trade. But then we also have this down here. So there's some potential in Euro GBP. USD CAD, it never came back to give us that sell limit that I wanted. It did actually bounce nicely off of the trend line, hey? Oh, but we got that demand zone here. How did I miss that? Because I know this was from last week's breakdown. But I never saw this little impulse. Sheesh. Because this would have also been a nice tap and go.
Yeah.
It's cool. Then at least we know that we have a change in sentiment. So if we do get it to push and then come back, we could look for some possible buy zones to then take out these supply zones up here. I will say USD JPY, I didn't catch this move. Like, I know I had it set, like I said it in the breakdown, but I never set any limits for it. That was such a beauty. Textbook style. Textbook style.
I saw Moses here. Where did he go?
I think he left. Went to go scalp.
He's most probably studying or something.
Mm,
Nah, he doesn't trade at this time. 10 o'clock US thing is closed.
done, done, done. So we have nothing really on GBP JPY. It looks like all the yen, the pound yen pairs are going topside.
So that means yen is fully.
Yeah, Euro USD is not really on my watch list. The last trade we took was this one on the 23rd of March. This little sell setup.
Oh,
I want to see. Looks like we got a nice little fake out here. I will mark that and then go study that. So we could possibly be seeing some sell side moves to take out this right here. Sure, this is all on the 4 hour. I'm gonna quickly check what this daily did on Euro USD. Yeah, almost a wick, but it closed above, so I wouldn't consider that really. Let's see. Guys, anyone here have questions? I think we have a couple of I can't distinguish between the free and premium members, but I think we have a couple of premium guys or free guys in here. Does anyone have any questions as we go through this? Your mic's very soft, bro. What did you say? BPL, have you noticed this in that book I sent you?
yeah.
I do think it's one of the things, but yeah. Sorry, someone was gonna ask something.
It's thingy. There was something that you said we missed a bio on. It was also the same concept.
Yeah, a nice little like almost like fake out thing.
No. It didn't fake out. You're talking
Wasn't
about the patterns, right?
no, I just said like USD JPY, I didn't take the buy. Euro
No.
USD, we kind of had this little fake out thing here. I said, did you notice this from the book?
No, yeah, that I did. No, I'm talking about what is it? A GBP something. What is it?
Euro GBP?
No, like you just did it like not so long ago. I think like a pair ago or 2 pairs ago.
GJ?
No, you well, it touched the thingy so nicely, the trend line so nicely.
Oh, hold on, it's USD CAD. It was USD CAD. Check the four. Let me show you. Let me show you the
4 hour.
4 hour. Where I missed the 4 hour demand zone we had.
Now check what it did on the entry.
Did it tap? Wait, what time frame? Like five?
No, you're 4 hour, 4 hour. You're right in the 4 hour.
Where it just tapped at the
Yeah, where yeah, the tap and go
yeah.
pat.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Yep. we got them industry secrets, bro.
We shall reveal everything in due time.
Oh no. Yeah, we should probably or not. We will decide.
We'll decide.
I'm thinking of selling Euro USD. It looks good for me for a nice little continuation move.
Yeah, it's a nice head and shoulder.
Yeah, but I mean, after this fake, I'm just getting a nice little continuation to this side. It matches my criteria to sell. So, and then yeah, just target this current low, which it's making. So that'll be a nice 1 to 5.5 move. Let's see. I don't trade US 500, Euro CAD. What do we have? Something similar. Yeah, it looks very similar. Eh? Oh, look at this. When was this? 23rd of March, where we had this nice buy going, and then close to TP, it flipped around.
Oh,
I do think some of us closed it, eh?
for 4 hours.
Yeah, because I know USD ZAR. I closed my trade like right like I put my stop loss into profit right here. It took me out for like 40 pips, and then it pushed. Like USD ZAR played out perfectly.
Yeah. It did. The buy, the sell, and the buy.
Yeah, the sell that yo, bro, this sell was nice, eh? Live on stream. I was like, yo, guys, sell USD ZAR now. Like, push. And then we killed it. Euro JPY, I want to see.
The other day, I was on a call with Heisenberg, and I think I told you this, where I told them about USD CAD,
Yeah,
and I showed him what's gonna happen at USD CAD. Guess what? Played
it
out the way.
it's good, bro. But like, send me those things, eh?
Yeah. Uh, I'll check in the DMs if I still have the thing, but it's a little bit unclear because of the candlesticks and everything. But before market came there, I did a small forecast. I think it should be this this pullback over here, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think it was this pullback.
Oh, this one here to sell it from.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was this pullback. So market was still coming down. So I told him, I was like, bro, if you look at this, what's gonna happen? You looking for sells. I told him you trade with the trend. You should look for sells, potential areas to sell from. And then I was like, market can simply push back up, come into a demand zone, and then shoot down. And it
Yeah,
did exactly that.
that's great. Yeah, that's fire. I'm just gonna keep this marked as is because by next week I want to review how it played out.
Yeah.
Reviewed. Yo, why did I not? How did I miss this little zone on USD CAD? Euro USD. I don't think I want to place a limit on it. I actually want to watch it. So, what do you think? Limits stay up until it eventually. I'll check
I
back
mean,
tomorrow. If we haven't reached it tomorrow, then I'll watch it.
if the risk is proper, then why not? If
It's 1 to 5.5, eh?
no, I'm talking in terms of money wise.
Oh well, yeah. That just depends on the lot size that you want to use.
Exactly. So if it's something that you are willing
Let's do fib. Let's do fib. It's not the optimal entry for fib. Don't care. Don't use fib. Get fucked.
yeah, you see, so or maybe it could be a pullback. You know,
Yeah, it could be, eh? Because if you do this
do the fib.
on that,
Actually, do it body to body, not week to week.
why I always include the wicks. Because week to week, it's perfectly on 61.8 where it's turning around.
Now
You see?
it's a ICT thing that's locked up in my head.
Okay, let's do body to body. Do you like
One of the
that?
figures is a bit unclear.
What? Sorry?
The fib level. What is it?
618, and then this is 78.6.
Yeah, you can get it consolidating there and then tap on the lower fib level and then maybe shoot up if it's a thingy. What you call?
If it is an ICT trade.
Yeah.
Fair, bro. But I think that's it from me for like this what I'm looking at. Not a lot of pairs right now. GBP CAD has some selling potential to the downside. Uh,
It would be a nice sell.
it would GBP USD. I'm gonna probably look for a buy. Uh,
Yeah.
let's
Same, yeah.
see. So Euro GBP we have a nice setup. Gold we is it gold we have the other setup. Gold we have a probable setup. Look at that 4 hour. You see, looking at this on the 4 hour, right, it doesn't give me the ideal way of selling. Whereas if I go down to my lower time frames,
It does.
I'd much rather sell from this area.
Yeah.
Because I know we spoke about this lower time frame zone. But hey, if it starts shifting, it is what it is. I'm not gonna use this, but it's a possible setup. We have GBP CAD not gonna trade now. GPUSD not gonna trade. Euro GBP I want to buy to the top side. USD CAD we missed that trade. JPY we could have a possible sell coming up tomorrow
I think I saw a re-entry on CAD.
on USD CAD.
Yeah,
Possibly here, hey?
yeah. Maybe maybe can give us something. Maybe
Yeah.
news might wake us in.
Yeah, where do you place your stop loss though? I don't want to place it. I don't want to place it below the major zone. That's too big for my liking. Although yeah, that will be the most probable move because that is the one that took out
Mm,
these. You see, yeah. So this will be the point of interest.
yeah.
So you
Hey,
can
Gerald,
do yeah,
sorry to interrupt you, né? So just to make sure on this, né? So on that zone you mark that little support, né? So you wait for the chart to come back there, retest, or let me just make sure. Okay, so it will go down, né? It will test, or, or it will break through.
yeah. You wanted to retest and then on a smaller time frame give you a like the same sort of break failure to break and retest to then buy it back up from. So what I would like to
Okay.
see is something like this, where we now broke that, right? I'd like to see something like this. But then what you want to see is once you enter this zone right here, is you want to see something sort of like this happening. Okay, so now market enters that zone, it does something like that. It breaks and then comes back. But this will be on like a 5 or 2 minute time frame. And then on this new 2 minute zone or 5 minute zone that you've drawn, you will then enter, and that is then your entry should be around this area somewhere here on a smaller time frame.
Okay, and the zone below that, do you think I should keep that in consideration as well?
This one,
Yeah.
yeah, if this one gets taken out, look at this one as well, because this one initially took out these highs, right?
Yeah.
These lower highs. I'm just looking at this one mainly for the fact that it took out the most recent high, but it's not something you should ignore. It is there.
Awesome.
Yeah. But it sounds like you're understanding it to the T, so that's good.
Okay, now about this the videos, bruh. I can't wait for the third one.
Look, the third one is more for, it's not really for people who have been trading for like a long time. It's more for the new guys, but it's mostly going to be a bit about swing trading versus scalp trading, and then what I recommend, because like the thing is you can do both. I also do both, right? But it's just going to be a bit about the psychology management of it and why I recommend you do one before the other, etc., etc. Actually, you know what? I'm going to film that video tomorrow because it needs to get done. So
And the one thing that I've noticed, and I've been trading for a while as now, and I think it's important for one to decide, hey, I'm a scalper or I'm a long-term trader.
you must. You
Yeah.
must. You must still do. I still believe you must do both at one point in your life, for like not just for like a week, but you must do both for like a fairly long time to see where you are most
Yeah.
consistent and whatnot. But then at the end of the day, you must decide. Listen, I am a scalper, swing trader, day trader, long term hodler of crypto. Doesn't matter, and then you stick to that.
Pick one. Yeah. Because normally, when I trade NAS, I do candle by candle. I don't know if that's wrong, maybe. Um,
What do you mean candle by candle? Like you buy one move, you sell another move.
um, Yeah, I don't like. I wouldn't say I would recommend that, but I find that easier for me. For me personally, I don't know.
Bro, if that is what you smoke, then that's what you smoke, eh? If it works for you, then it works for you.
Mm-mm. I will, but the profit is nicer. That's the only reason. Other than that, mm-mm.
Money, money, money. Okay, so to those on stream, here's a possible USD CAD setup. Obviously, the other guys will only see this video tomorrow, so the setup might be gone. USD JPY. Maybe we can get a nice buy move from this, but long term, I'm looking to sell it down. I'm looking to sell it down from these levels, unless BPR, you can give your input on this. Unless we get a nice little buy from this little demand zone right here to continue taking out those other highs, right? To continue taking out these and these. Because
Yeah,
eventually we do need to start selling down. It just depends where the market decides to break the structure.
yeah. Because currently, right now, with all USD pairs, including gold, is I'm focusing on the news that's going on in US. So that will determine on a higher time frame where am I looking to start selling and
Yeah.
hold. But for now, if it comes down for a 1 hour buy, then a 1 hour buy, then I'm out.
Yeah. You know what? Just looking at this, like if I didn't know shit about trading, right? If I had to just look at this, if I were to be like, okay, I don't know nothing, I want to look at this. I'm thinking 135, this area could be a good selling area because it might just come back in range here if I was to know nothing. It's an option. It's an option. But yeah, technically wise, we do have to take out these previous supply zones.
But if you look at it, it was resistance turning into support, retail
Yep.
resistance into support. So we're just now looking for the retest. So if I was still doing support and resistance, I would be looking for a retest to buy it up.
Yeah, from this area right here.
Yeah. So we have a lot of confluences to buy it up, because
Yeah, we also have a nice couple of setups coming up. Something like that. I don't want to say a fight, but like a little argument in the student discussions today with this guy that said in the last month he only got like 5 signals, and then I was like, wow, the breakdown had like 10 setups, and that was last week's one alone, which had like almost 10 setups. We had a couple streams where there was also more setups. It's like, yeah, but I understand, which is why I'm happy we're gonna start doing this thing where you come in to like actually do more signals, because like I am still very busy. This whole transition of going into this full time now, it's keeping me busy on the other side to get things done. So yeah, I think that's it in terms of setups that I see right now that I would like to take. USDs are not gonna look at anything. Euro CAD don't care. Euro USD I do want to sell. I do want to look at that. And then I think the other one, yeah, we have USD JPY.
USD ZAR is actually a nice pair to trade on a weekly,
It looks like it, eh?
because just looking at how somebody like how would enter Google and search the thingy, a USD to ZAR or ZAR to USD. It
Mm.
it's always in a certain range. It ranges, and then next thing, uh, it's
Boom.
up, it's upper rand,
Kablowy.
ranging, ranging, then it's upper rand. You know, which is one thing I like for trying to get a trade every single, like for somebody who's trying to look for a trade every single day.
Yeah,
It would be good to trade such a pair.
I get you. Mr. H is saying that's why they need to go watch the podcast. Go watch the podcast. It's 2 hours of information overload. Listen, BPL, looking at this from a technical standpoint on the weekly, right?
Yeah.
We need to come and tap this 15 Rand 50 cents mark at one point or another.
Yes.
I wouldn't like, and the thing is, like looking at what's happening in America with the banks collapsing and all that, it could be fairly soon. It could be fairly soon because the thing is, they can't keep,
Printing.
yeah, they can't keep printing and they can't keep exploiting the inflation and interest rates.
Exactly.
I'm gonna wait to see because the thing is, if Trump gets reinstated as well, it could keep the dollar at a high value compared to the rand. But yeah, Biden is causing a lot of shit, so it might drop.
We just have to see.
Yes, sir. Guys, I think does anyone have any other questions before I end this? Mr. H, you can talk, hey? Because I see the man typing.
Nah, but I think you explained everything pretty well.
Okay.
Wow. I have no questions from my side. I'm happy.
Sweet,
I
sweet,
sleep
sweet.
well.
Sweet. Have a good one, gents. Have a good evening. BPL, I'll catch you tomorrow morning or tomorrow when we look at some of these setups. But yeah, I do think there's a couple of setups here for everyone to take for this
Yeah.
week coming forward.
All right. No problem.
Oh, yeah? Cool. I'm out, gents. Have a good one.
All right. Cool.